Welcome to this SH English documentary, where we're going to journey way, way back. I'm talking 11,500 years ago, to a time before the wheel, before metal tools, and honestly before history as we know it. Today, we're diving into a site that has completely rewritten the textbooks. It's called Göbekli Tepe, a mysterious hill in southeastern Turkey that held a secret so profound it literally changed our understanding of the human story.
Okay, let's really picture this for a second. Imagine a world 11,500 years ago. Humanity was basically just nomadic hunter-gatherers, right? There were no established farms, no permanent villages, and definitely no massive machinery. To survive, you tracked wild game and gathered seasonal plants. According to everything we used to know, people living this kind of survival-focused lifestyle just didn't have the time, the resources, or the social organization to build monumental architecture. And yet, against all odds, they did exactly that.
To really wrap your head around just how mind-bogglingly ancient this site is, think about Stonehenge or the Great Pyramid of Giza. We usually think of those as the ultimate ancient marvels, don't we? Well, Göbekli Tepe was constructed around 9600 BC. That means it was built a staggering 6,000 years before Stonehenge and 7,000 years before the Great Pyramids were even a blueprint in the Egyptian sands. I mean, it is impossibly old.
Which brings us to the ultimate question: how? How did prehistoric people, armed with absolutely nothing but stone tools, manage to orchestrate such an impossible feat? Building something on this scale requires thousands of people, intense planning, divided labor, and, a ton of food to feed all those workers. How did scattered tribes of hunter-gatherers unite to pull this off without a central government or even a written language?
The craziest part is that the site sat completely unnoticed for decades. Back in the 1960s, a survey team just dismissed it as an old medieval cemetery. But then, in 1994, a visionary German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt visited this totally ordinary-looking hill. He looked at these limestone rocks poking out of the ground and immediately realized, hey, these aren't natural formations. He had this hunch that they were the tops of massive, sleeping pillars from a forgotten world. And man, when the digging began, his wildest theories were proven right.
The sheer, overwhelming scale of what Schmidt's team uncovered is just staggering. As they cleared the earth away, these massive T-shaped limestone pillars started emerging. Some of these monolithic stones stand over 5 meters tall and weigh up to 20 tons. To put that into perspective, lifting just one of these pillars is basically the equivalent of lifting 3 or 4 adult African elephants.
And they did this without iron, without cranes. Actually, scratch that, they didn't even have the wheel yet. Through experimental archaeology, scientists found that limestone is relatively soft, so it can be carved using really sharp flint tools. But moving a 20-ton stone, that's a whole different ballgame. They likely had to pull them on wooden logs or sledges using sheer human muscle and intense cooperation before perfectly aligning them into these massive circular enclosures.
But here's the thing: these aren't just crude, blank blocks of stone. They are incredibly detailed masterpieces. The pillars are heavily decorated with stunningly realistic, dynamic carvings of the local prehistoric wildlife. We're talking foxes, wild boars, scorpions, snakes, and even big cats. And the animals are often carved in these really aggressive, moving postures, perfectly capturing the untamed, dangerous natural world that these ancient people navigated every single day.
And that brings us to the famous Pillar 43, widely known as the Vulture Stone. Now, because of its complex and abstract symbols, the internet absolutely loves to blame this pillar on aliens, or ancient lost civilizations like Atlantis, or some secret cosmic code. But honestly, the scientific truth is way more fascinating. Archaeologists see this not as extraterrestrial intervention, but as a massive testament to early human ingenuity, symbolic thinking, and maybe even early beliefs about the afterlife or the cosmos.
If you look even closer at the central T-pillars, another incredible detail pops out. They aren't just random abstract shapes. They actually feature carved arms, hands folding over their stomachs, and belts holding up little loincloths made of animal skins. They are clearly meant to be stylized, faceless representations of humans. So what are they? Revered ancestors? Ancient deities? The fact that they don't have faces suggests they represent symbolic beings rather than specific individuals, adding this really profound layer of religious or spiritual intent.
This right here is exactly why Göbekli Tepe is so famous. It completely shattered our historical timeline. For a century, we totally believed that humans first invented agriculture, which allowed them to settle down, which then gave them the free time to invent organized religion and build temples. But Göbekli Tepe flips that entirely on its head. It suggests the exact opposite. It shows that the urge to gather, worship, and build monuments actually came first, and the need to feed these massive gatherings might have been the spark that literally forced the invention of agriculture.
What's equally fascinating is what researchers haven't found. Despite decades of excavation, they found virtually zero evidence of daily domestic life. No houses, no kitchens, no permanent hearths. What they have found, though, are these massive pits filled with the bones of wild gazelles and boars. This suggests that people traveled from far and wide to have grand feasts and ceremonial gatherings before packing up and returning to their nomadic lives. It was like the ultimate prehistoric gathering hub.
But the absolute most baffling twist in the story of Göbekli Tepe isn't how it was built, it's how it ended. After generations of backbreaking labor, the creators of this magnificent site just buried it, on purpose. There are no signs of a sudden war, an invading army, or a natural disaster. Instead, they took the time to painstakingly hide their greatest achievement under tons of earth.
And they didn't just let the wind blow dirt over the ruins either. They meticulously filled these massive circular enclosures with a dense, deliberate, and highly planned mixture of earth, broken limestone, thousands of flint pieces, and animal bones. It was a formal, ceremonial closure. They were essentially sealing the site away in a prehistoric time capsule. So why would they do this? Well, researchers theorize that we are looking at a society in profound transition. Over centuries, as humanity gradually shifted from hunting and gathering into settled farming communities, their entire worldview fundamentally changed. As they began controlling nature rather than just trying to survive in it, the need for this massive, distant gathering hub faded. Burying it might have been a highly respectful way to retire a sacred space that just didn't fit their new way of life anymore.
For a really long time, we thought Göbekli Tepe was an isolated anomaly. A one-off miracle of the ancient world. But recent excavations have proven that it was actually part of a massive, interconnected cultural network spread all across the region. It turns out this wasn't just a single site. We're talking about an entire civilization of monument builders.
The ongoing Taş Tepeler, or Stone Hills project in Turkey, has been uncovering multiple similar sites. Places like Karahan Tepe, Sayburç, and Sefer Tepe are literally rewriting the map as we speak. Karahan Tepe, for instance, features its own unique T-pillars, rock-cut chambers, and incredible 3D human carvings. This proves that these ancient people shared ideas, architecture, and maybe even a unified belief system across vast distances.
Today, Göbekli Tepe stands proudly as a globally recognized treasure. It was officially designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2018. But here is a really amazing, optimistic fact for you. A massive portion of the site remains intentionally buried and unexcavated. Modern archaeologists are deliberately leaving vast sections untouched, preserving them for future generations who will undoubtedly have advanced scanning and excavation tech that we can't even dream of today.
So here's what it all comes down to. We constantly call it the world's oldest temple, but is that even the right word? Without a single written record, applying our modern labels might actually limit our understanding. I mean, it might have been a temple, sure. But it could also have been a vibrant hub of early human connection, a place to share survival strategies, forge alliances, and celebrate community. It was the spark that brought humanity together.
The story of Göbekli Tepe proves that history is never fully settled. It's a constant, ongoing journey of discovery, and every single answer just opens the door to 10 new questions about what else lies beneath our feet. If you enjoyed this documentary, please give it a like. And if you'd like to stay connected with us and be the first to watch our latest documentaries, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, because the mystery of human history is far from over.